Jesus studied in Egypt, right? When he was a youngster. He studied in Egypt. Was Jesus before Moses? Jesus studying, what did he study? What type of wisdom did he study? And his father tried to take him away from that. Take him away from that magic. You see, all those things that was being created. You see, how come his father didn't help him when he, when the Roman soldiers, you see, found him stepping out of bounds? You see, how come his father didn't come down and help him, or was he his father? Because if he was his father and he was in Egypt doing what Moses, there was a purpose with Moses and the people. You see, so if Jesus studied in Egypt during a time when he was a youngster, when he was 12 years old, and he told his mama, I'm about my father's business. So he about his father's business, but is that justifiable? Because he said he was about his father's business, or was that disrespectful for him to say that? You see? What was he learning? Was he learning from Kemet? What was he learning? Was he learning how to move inside of all the people, all the things that possibly where he might end up at? Did he learn all of those things? Was he learning how to play chess? Was Jesus learning how to play chess down in Kemet, down in Egypt, or Mizraim? What do you call it? Was he learning how to play? Was he learning the game? You see, is that his father's business to learn the game? Or do his father already know the game? What is Jesus the father, or is he the son? You see, so some say he's the father, some say he's the son of his father. Which one? The earthly father or the creator? Shall I call the creator father? Who did the creator fat? Was it a female? Or should I say her? Who did the creator fat? He fed her, right? That's a father. Father. T-H-E-R-A-T-F. Listen. Listen, I'm trying to share something or put something in your direction so you can have an insight on what's going on. So you'll see, because if you don't know what you're living inside of, if you don't know what you're living inside of, this very being whom you said you love, you say you're not going to recognize him. You're going to be amongst those who your book says crucified him. You're going to be amongst them because you ain't going to be able to recognize it in the flesh. You see, you ain't going to be able to recognize it. You see, you're not going to be able to recognize it. You see, because it's in the flesh. Just think about it. Throughout your generation, your grandma's generation, ain't nobody seen the face of it. You see, whom they said they love. Ain't they love. You're supposed to see what you love, right? You're supposed to honor what you love and respect what you love, right? But at the same time, somebody made that a lie. You see, somebody made that a bold-faced lie. You see? Because if you love apple trees, you mean to tell me you the only one love apple trees and there ain't no more inhabitants in this country that love apple trees? You can't fight this government. You see, is it more than you, more people than you? You see, I mean, you know, what is love? You know, what is the commandments of God? Is the commandments of God written inside of us? What's inside of you to make you say to yourself, I'm not going to go down that way. I'm not going to cut this tree down, because this tree is literally growing fruit, not the fruit of man, not the fruit of man. You see, the people like to brag about because it sounds good when you're talking. It sounds rhythmic. You see, the fruits that you bear. I have fruits. They have fruits. You see, you know. And say that to a homeless person. Say that to somebody who's hungry. You see, and then talk about the fruits that's bared or that you bear and all this other type of shit. You see, they're gonna literally think you're talking about a fucking fruit. You see, because they're hungry. You see, they hungry. It got seeds, and maybe somewhere they can plant something for themselves if it have seeds. Because you said fruits. You see, but it's romantic like type shit. You see, you love the way it sound. You know how when you hearing all the preachers be preaching, they always preach the same type of rhythmic code. That's Luciferian code. That's a Luciferian code. You see, it got a little something in you. And, you know, you pronouncing these curses properly, and you're making them sound beautiful. You see, you're making it sound beautiful. And everybody is dressed up in these costumes. You see, ain't nobody on the outside. Why everybody is closed in life is on the outside. Everybody is closed in the building. All these things should just be, these buildings should be made for weather that's not suitable to the human being. And then you go in there, you see. But you should be outside. You should be breathing what God is breathing, but you're not. You breathe in the sins. I got you, man. You breathe in the sins or the transgressions of all the beings who decided they want to transform into something else. And everybody sits in these closed spaces, you see. And God's kingdom or God's church is all blended, you see, in everything. You see, this is God, this is the church of God. And we breathe with it. You see all this stuff. You see the grass, you know, this is the real church. You see, this is the real church. But no, man, listen. What is transgressions? What is transgressions? Start from Jesus. Start from Jesus. See, because people said Jesus didn't transgress. So start from Jesus and then go to Moses and then match them to what? Why was he attracted to, why was Jesus as a young man attracted to this thing over here? You see, all these things over here. He said he was doing his father's business, right? You see, but before him, you see, his father's business was inside of Egypt, right? I'm just saying. So how did death become powerful? How did death start writing laws? How did death start, get into a place to where all the inhabitants will write the laws of death on their souls and their hearts? You see? And then it'd be okay if they come and then destroy all things of nature, natural things, you see, for the human being to live. You see? Because this is the way, this is how death play. You see? Kill it and we'll redo it. We'll replenish the earth. You see? But we got to take what's written inside of all these things and study them. You see? We're going to do God's will, right? Who's God? You see, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe life and death is two of the same things. You see, I don't know. Listen, I'm just talking to you. I don't mean no harm. You know, we ain't finished with this. Transgressions.